morning there guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel right here this morning. This is DJ with DJ on a Wing. Good to have you guys join me on another ride this morning. Oh, it's a beautiful Saturday morning. About just before 7 a.m. right now, so getting a nice early start. And we are actually taking a ride out towards Santa Barbara this morning, going to Santa Barbara. 66 degrees. My temperature gauge is here on the my thermometer says right here on my motorcycle. And so it's going to be a beautiful day out. A little overcast. The weatherman said that we're supposed to get some rain today. There's a 30% chance of rain, but I think we're looking good. We don't look like we're going to be getting any rain anytime soon, so that's a good thing. But today we actually have a pretty important purpose for going to Santa Barbara. You guys have been watching my videos. I just posted the last one a couple days ago with our trip going out towards the Grand Canyon. And yeah, we check that playlist out. I'll tag it right on the top corner for you to check the playlist out. But yeah, man, what a beautiful trip. 5 days to Vegas, North Rim, Grand Canyon, to Horseshoe Bend, to South Rim, back to Vegas, back home again. And yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous, and those videos turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. The GoPro really captures that footage really well. And while we were out on that trip, one of the things I mentioned was that for a long trip like that, that was 5 days, and we're busy planning another trip that's going to be a 7-day trip. For long trips like that, I really wanted to have a something with a little more room, so that, you know, we could pack luggage easier, and we could take some extra things with us, like snacks or food that we wanted to prepare, stuff like that. And so since we came back, I mentioned it on the trip that I would be in the market for a used trailer, and I was just kind of testing the waters and looking around and asking, you know, questions on some Facebook groups I was on about trailers that are available. And I was thinking I'd wait until like December, January, when it's winter time and everyone's like getting rid of motorcycle equipment and that kind of stuff. And I thought I'd look at that time and see if there are any really nice deals on motorcycle trailers, pull behind trailers. Not a trailer to put my motorcycle on, but a pull behind trailer for my Goldwing to pull. And yeah, just found a buyer selling a Can Am RT622 trailer out in Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is about 130 miles or so from where I live, and contacted the guy and was able to secure purchase of the trailer. And so that's what we're doing this morning. We are riding up to Santa Barbara to go and pick up this trailer. So this week been really busy. You guys saw on my previous videos that I have a luggage rack from Seaway Motorsports from the Ukraine installed in the back of my motorcycle. And that luggage rack comes with a little adapter plate to which you install your trailer hitch, and then all the hitch ball, the hitch and the ball, and yeah, then you attach the trailer to that. And so that's what I've been doing this week, just setting that up, getting the wiring done. I purchased my wiring harness from Wing Stuff, and I landed up purchasing the Kuriakan wiring harness that was designed for this Goldwing right here. A little more expensive. I paid $100 for it, but well worth it, man. It comes with a little harness that plugs straight into my harness that's in the back of the behind the fender, that controls brake lights, running lights, turn signals and so forth back there. So this just plugs straight into that. It's complete plug and play, and yeah, very simple install. And then instead of connecting that to my battery and having more cables on my battery, I have a Rowe electronics, the Amplink installed, the power distribution module, and I had a free port on there, and so I have that connected now to my Amplink with a 20 amp fuse. Obviously I didn't need to use the fuse that came with the wiring, because if you guys are familiar with the Amplink, it's an electronic fuse that you can set for each channel on the actual Amplink. And so that's pretty cool. I love that, where I don't have to have another set of wiring connected to the battery, or having anything interfere with the electronics of the motorcycle. Is completely separated, and so if something goes, the fuse on that channel of the Amplink will just shut off. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so I am riding down the 5 freeway right now through Orange County. This is the city of Sena we're riding through right now, and I am riding to kind of Buena Park area. Going to meet my buddy Kevin out there. He's going to take the ride out with me towards Santa Barbara. You guys remember Kevin? He was the guy on the Harley Davidson Ultra Classic that rode out with my wife and I out to the Grand Canyon, and you've seen him on a couple of other rides with me right here on the channel. So nice to have the company riding all the way out there. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty ride. Not going to have that much sunshine, but I'm happy with that. It's nice and cool compared to the hot weather we've had lately. And I have actually posted some video of a ride we did before going out towards Santa Barbara, and when we went out that time we took the 5 to the 126 out through Santa Clarita, Santa Paula, Ojai, all that way out, and going a little more inland towards Santa Barbara. Today we're going to take a different route. We are actually going to take the 5 to the 101 and stay along the coast, going out towards Santa Barbara this time. So it should be a really pretty ride going up that way. Only thing I hope is that we don't have a bunch of traffic, because that 101 PCH going through Redondo Beach, Manhattan, Santa Monica, Malibu, all that area, man, it can be a pain. There's sometimes so much traffic out there. So hopefully we have a nice smooth ride going out. Oh man, being pulled over by the cops that early in the morning, no fun at all. So yeah, like I say, we are on our way to go meet Kevin this morning. I am about 10 minutes or so, 10 to 12 minutes away from my stop to meet him at the gas station, and then we'll be heading our way to Santa Barbara. The trip from there to Santa Barbara where I'm meeting him is, well, we'll see what the GPS says when we get there, but when I last checked it was almost 2 hours. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice ride. So enjoy this one out here with us. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, all my new subscribers, man. Glad to have you guys join the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And while you guys are out here listening to me rant just a little bit, if you own a pull behind trailer and you pull a trailer on your motorcycle, hey, this is my first time owning a trailer. For I've pulled trailers with motor vehicles before, but I've never pulled one on a motorcycle. What were some of the biggest adjustments you had to make in your riding when you pull the trailer with your motorcycle? What are some of the pros, what are some of the cons that you guys found pulling a trailer with your motorcycle? One of the bigger ones that I've heard, a lot of people say that once you have it connected you don't even feel it there. But one of the cautionary things that I always hear about pulling a motorcycle is, or pulling a trailer, is that you should give yourself plenty of room for stopping, braking, that kind of thing. And yeah, so I will be aware of that as I ride the trailer home today. So yeah, so let me know down in the comments right there, what were some of your biggest adjustments you needed to make when you are pulling a trailer with your motorcycle. Enjoy the ride with us today, guys. Hey guys, so welcome back. We were just out stopping in the city of La Mirada for a second. I have Kevin with me, and we are piped in on the comps this morning, so yeah, say a quick hello there, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
So as you guys know, I'm out on my 2008 Honda Goldwing airbag model. Kevin, as you guys know from previous videos, he's out on his 2007 Harley Davidson Ultra Classic.
Only because Honda doesn't make bikes for us tall guys.
Well, there's many tall guys that'll say to you that'll be different to you. Only difference is those guys spent a heck of a lot of money having a custom seat made so that their legs can fit.
Thank you.
Yeah, those custom seats are expensive, man. You're looking at $1,500 at least and up.
And then you don't have the option of a rider, unless they're very, very thin.
Yeah. That's the one thing. This is an older model Goldwing that still runs really well. It's a 2008, like I said, and I've got like 45,000 miles or so on there. And the one thing they did right on these old Goldwings is they were built for touring, and the seat on this thing is so comfortable. Do you still have the stock seat on your Harley, or did you change your seat out?
Mine's the stock seat, but
yeah.
it is an upgraded seat because it's got the adjustable backrest, so it's a little bit more comfortable than the stock seat.
Okay. Yeah, and this 2008, I still have the stock seat on here, and it rides extremely comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Last year in July, my wife and I rented a 2021 Goldwing. It was the 6-speed model, not the DCT. I have been on the DCT and love it a lot. But one thing Honda did not do right on those newer Goldwings, the new style Goldwings 2018 and up, was not put a nice seat on that thing. Those seats are so uncomfortable. Like every 80 to 100 miles or so, I needed to get off and just stretch my legs and get the blood flowing again. The swing, and Kevin on his Harley too. You guys have just seen all those videos of almost 2,000 miles we put on our bikes riding out to the Grand Canyon and back home again. And the only reason we stopped was taking pictures or filling up with gas. But other than that, we could hit the road and just go non-stop.
That is the nice thing about both these tour bikes, man. They can go.
Yeah. There's a lot of hate may be a strong word, but there's a lot of contention between Goldwing riders and Harley riders, and which one's the best and which one outperforms the other and which one is more reliable than the other. Man, to me, I say I don't care what you ride. The ride you are on is the best ride for you.
I agree. It's not about the bike. Harley's got the lore of all the old nostalgia from the years.
Yeah.
Honda, when they stepped into the tour bike, did their homework. They looked what was out there. They evaluated, and they really did make a better product than Harley. And Harley's unwilling to make improvements that would rival the Goldwing, because there's things they could do that would make the Harley more desirable than the Goldwing. And the biggest thing is just changing the engine from the V-twin to a more robust water-cooled engine that doesn't get the crotch heat when you're riding.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that so many times before, where a buddy of mine had the engine rebuilt on his what was Alan's, a 2009 or 2007 as well?
His was the same as mine, a 7.
Yeah, 2007, and at that same time he landed up in the hospital because of health reasons. And when Harley got done rebuilding his motor, he asked me to put the braking miles in there for him, because it would have been a while before he could have got on the bike and rode. And so I put about 1,500 miles on his bike. And yeah, the Ultra Classic, man, it is, like the name said, it is a classic. It's a piece of American history right there, and that's why everybody loves that Harley. But the area I lived in, for those of you that are familiar with the 91, man, you can get an accident on there and it just gridlocks the entire freeway for just hours on end. And one day I was stuck on the 91 behind a massive accident on the 91, and things were shut down, and you were doing like 5 miles an hour, and it was a hot day as well. It was about like 95 degrees, and just the heat coming off that engine, oh my, it took everything I had not to just pull over on the side of the freeway and get off just for a few minutes to let the bike cool down and then hit the road again. That engine runs so hot, and the bottom of my upper legs were just completely roasted when I got home. And that was the reason why I switched from the why I decided to get a Goldwing instead of a Harley was just for that one reason right there. Was the Goldwing is water cooled, so it runs a lot cooler, and statistically wise the Goldwings tend to also get a lot more mileage on them. It's not an uncommon thing to see a Goldwing that has 150,000, 200,000. I've heard of guys that have 450,000 miles on their motorcycles, on their Goldwings, on some forums that I follow. So when making the decision to go with the Goldwing, yeah, those were my two biggest decisions right there. Just the heat coming off the Harley, and then also the reliability factor of the actual Goldwing.
Yeah, I agree that, I mean, you basically have a Honda car that you're sitting on. The technology Honda put into it is, you know, amazing. It's just like they do with their cars. So they did their homework.
Yeah. And you've had, yours is a 2007, like we said, and you purchased it in 2009, I think, right?
Late 2008.
Late 2008?
I believe. It could have been early 2009, but I think it was in late 2008.
And then what, you had like 11, 12,000 miles on there when you bought it?
1,200 miles, because the guy put some stuff on.
1,200 miles.
Yeah.
Holy moly, that's low mileage. And the I know you had like some work and stuff done on there, so for Kevin, his bike is run extremely reliably, but just before we went to the Grand Canyon, you had to have some stuff replaced on there, right? What happened to your thing there?
The stator went out, which is a common failure for Harleys. Is the stator will go out after a while. Mine just happened to go out, and while they were in, they decided to replace the drive belt as well, just as a precaution.
What's on your right? Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of funny because they got two different stator and regulator combinations from their supplier, and both of them failed before they finally got a good one, and was able to get it on in time for me to make that trip.
Yeah, that was a crazy couple of weeks leading up to that was the end of June, the last week of June, or like mid-June, when we took the trip out to Arizona, out to the Grand Canyon, and Kevin had me just a little worried right there. He had the bike repaired, took it out for a ride after he got it back from not the dealership, from the mechanic where he had the stuff done, and just went down the road, and then his lights lit up again to say that he wasn't getting a charge from his stator, and took it back in, and then they finished the work again, and then I went out and met him there, and we were going to take a ride through the hills just to test it out. And about an hour into our ride, same thing happened. We had to turn around and drop the bike off again, and I think it was like a day before or 2 days before they eventually finished your bike and you could get it back.
I got it back from them, I think it was 3 days before. Went and rode it to work to make sure that I was gonna be okay.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So that's a long road trip to be on, and be somewhere in a deserted street or somewhere, and your bike lands up failing on you. So I'm grateful that everything worked out okay.
Yeah, man, we put how many miles on it?
It landed up being just short of 1,800 miles, like 1,780, something like that.
We put some serious miles on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, the bikes performed well, really well. For the most part, one of the things that was concerning So we chose to go in June because that was the time when all three of us, my wife, myself and Kevin, that we could work out our vacation dates to work out and coincide with each other. And so the concern was going up there and it being way too hot, riding out especially to Vegas and parts of Vegas leading up to North Rim. But for the most part we had temperatures that ranged between 85 and 90 degrees and it was really comfortable. We did, though, on the way up to Vegas, riding through where all the exits are to Death Valley, where we hit about 105 degrees, and yeah, at one point it started getting a little uncomfortable. But as soon as we got through that area and got closer to Vegas, it cooled down back to about 90 degrees. And then from there, it was just nice plain sailing until, when was it? Was it when we were coming down the Hoover Dam, when the traffic was so bad and
yeah,
it got so hot? Oh my goodness, yeah, it was really hot. And the speed limit going through over Hoover Dam is quite slow, and the traffic is moving slow because there's so many tourists out there and they're taking their time walking, and so you are crawling through there. So there was a little hot weather-wise for us on the Goldwing. Of course, we are water cooled, so the bike stays nice and cool. But Kevin, I know you were roasting a bit at one time.
oh yeah. Not nearly as bad as that time coming back though from Santa Barbara when we went down PCH.
Oh man, yeah. So just earlier on in this video, as I was riding to meet Kevin, I was telling you guys about the traffic that can run from once you pass Redondo Beach area and get through Manhattan Beach, Santa Monica, Malibu, that area right there, because those beaches are so popular. The traffic there can just be absolutely crazy, and so you can sit on PCH and do like 2 miles an hour, and I'm not exaggerating, literally 2 miles an hour. And Kevin and I were coming home from where we were in Solvang, right?
No, I don't think Lori was on the bike with me then.
Yeah, we were coming from somewhere north, Santa Barbara area, whatever it may be, and we got stuck on behind an accident, and we were stuck in traffic for over an hour, you think?
Well, it was about 2.5 miles where it would inch along. Every couple minutes you'd move about 5 or 6 inches or feet, depending on what happened, because they closed down both lanes and they were letting people go by one at a time.
Yeah, so yeah, I remember Kevin just roasting.
Yeah, I almost walked away from the bike that day.
This is nice today when we're riding out towards the beach. It's nice to have the blue skies and the sunny weather, but this is nice and cool, and so
yeah,
I'm enjoying that. What does it say right here? 68 degrees. That's just perfect for me with no sun.
It is a nice day, and they're saying that we'll probably get some drizzle on the way, but
yeah, there was like a 30% chance or something like that.
Yeah, but they're saying it's going to be very sporadic if it does hit us. Man, I haven't been up in this area in a long time, Peter.
Yeah,
like
we normally just cut inland going to Santa Barbara, and so it's been a while for me coming through here too.
Should have told Judy we were going to stop by Eastside Market.
Them sandwiches are absolutely delicious.
And we just passed it. It's back.
There is this Italian style deli sandwich place that Kevin took us to one time called Eastside Market, and I've only been there one time, but I had this roast beef and pastrami sandwich that, oh my gosh, it was one of the most delicious things you ever tasted. You weren't just eating your food, you were wearing it as well.
That is
really
true.
really good. We're actually getting a little bit of drizzle right here.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, that is one place when you go to that will always be busy. That is one of the famous city hangouts.